we go with the Guardians and the Royals. We're going to get into some baseball here today with a day game here. The Guardian. I love the base. Probably like the baseball card more than I should, considering the. But here's the thing, Mindy. Every game today basically has some playoff ramifications, except for one, or at least a team is in the playoffs and maybe jostling. I mean, it's debatable with like Minnesota and Cleveland, I think, but nonetheless, this is where we're looking at here with these matchups today. This one might be marginal. Obviously, the Guardians are done, but just throw it in there. It's a day game.
Well, I mean, I like Cleveland today. Both of these teams have been, playing hard despite the probably end of their season coming up, like you had said. Royals, I think, are motivated to not be, last, and the Guardians, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like Quantrill here, he's going to be okay after returning. Singer's been, I don't know, not very good here as of late. 0-3 in his last 5 starts. Give me Cleveland here in this one.
All right, I got a few stats I could give to you, but I'll just give you one. Singer's gone over in 11 of his last 12 starts. I'll take the over. Mindy, you said Guardians, though, huh?
Yep.
All right, I wanted to give you a chance here with my guy Singer.
I want to give you a chance, but he's 0-3, Ramon.
Ron Hahn mentioned Chubb anytime score. I have a ton of info. I wish I could have given them all out. Daphne Seals here today as well. They're talking about that game, but I want to mention, Mindy, Chubb when the Browns win, Chubb's over 80 yards. When they lose, he's not. So either way, whatever you think about the game, that's kind of a bet you can kind of tag on a little bit. If you like the Browns, take Chubb's over. If you'd like the Steelers, take Chubb's under. I think that's kind of the way to go. He is the key player in this game tonight. Anyways, here's more baseball, though. I'll keep going, trying to stay on topic. That's what's costing us time. Mets and Marlins. Buto and Cabrera here in this one. Mindy, the Marlins are in that battle right now with those teams in the NL wild card, that crazy chase where they are tied with the Cubs for the 3rd position right now, half a game behind Arizona. They're inside the line, but only one of these 2 teams, I should say 3. Let's count the Reds. Let's even count the Giants. Important game for the Marlins.
Yeah, I mean, the Marlins, oh my gosh, what was it? 16 runs yesterday? I mean, that was that was pretty wild. I think, took the sweep there. I mean, you couldn't get any better than the weekend that they had for sure. And look at me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Mets today on the run line here to say a little oppo against this Marlins team. I feel like Buto's been just really, really good. I mean, the rookie here has allowed just 3 runs over his last 4 outings here. And, I kind of feel like sometimes you have Cabrera has a little bit of control issues here. He has that 6.65 ERA versus the Mets there all time as well. So give me those pesky Mets here today.
Yeah, I mean, Cabrera might not fit in the pitching plans, but the Marlins have some issues right now, especially, given their situation with Sandy and how the season is unfolding here late, needing these wins. So I'm going to end up on the over here. Miami has gone over in 6 straight games at home. And maybe I don't trust Cabrera that much, but maybe I trust the Marlins a little bit. I just don't like the price. Certainly can look to your play because of the price, but I'm going to just go with the total here in this one and take the over. All right, so we have a couple comments here. Keep them rolling. And there's the Twins and the Reds. So if anything here with like I said, the Reds, they're a half a game back in this situation right now. So it's a very important game for them. I say the Twins games aren't important just because I feel like they are locked in to their spot as a third place, the lowest division winner. Really not a lot of motivation. Be hard to fall out of this position or gain position really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Twins. I think they've done pretty well to be able to try to clinch their spot here. What is it? You said magic number 7 out of
Yeah.
13,
Oh,
something
yeah. I
like
should
that.
make it clear. Yeah. So far, so the Orioles and Tampa Bay have both clinched playoff
Right.
spots in the American League yesterday, right, or this week.
Yep.
So
Yesterday.
they're still battling for the division title. Minnesota, they're closing in. I just feel like their lead over Cleveland is like 7 games
Sure.
at this point, and they are 5 games behind Houston. So all they've got to do is, given the normalcy of baseball and the fact that a good team like the Twins is they're not even playing 525 ball, but just play consistently. It does seem like to me they play. They should have motivation to get this division title soon. I just don't feel like I feel like they could do it with their eyes closed. So I'm not faulting your. I'm sure that you're also looking at a Reds team with starting Phillips here. He's an opener that's only pitched two starts. So
Yeah. So give me the Twins here. I'll take Joe Ryan today.
all right, Mindy, with the Twins here on the road at the Reds, and I'm going to be on the over in this one. Phillips in those 2 starts, even though they won them both, he does have an 8.31 ERA so far. Joe Ryan, he's actually been, I said it in the last show, back to being Joe Ryan a little bit that we were supposed to get over his last few starts. He's actually done a little bit better. So, all right, a couple of comments here. There's the White Sox and the Nationals with Clevenger and Joanna Don here, Mindy. I'm sorry we added this game. We're trying to do this show quickly.
Yeah, this is the only one I think that you said had like 0 implications on anything, right?
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'm gonna kind of go here based off of probably starting pitching here alone. I'll go ahead and take Clevenger sitting at minus 115. He's sitting at a 3.65 road ERA. Adon, on the other hand, 8.10. So totally crushing it out there. So give me the White Sox, Ramon.
Like to say hello to Tone Miggins joining us today, giving us a player prop in there. Burley's got a play on this one, and I'll take the over. Mindy's on the White Sox on this one. I'm going to take the over with the White Sox and the Nationals in the game that Adon 7 ERA in his last 3 starts. So I'll be on the over here. Let's keep it rolling. Wish I could tell you why. Phillies and the Braves in this one with Wheeler going up here against Wright. This one certainly good matchup with good teams that are playoff bound. It looks like we know Atlanta is certainly, but for Philadelphia, they're still pretty comfortable ahead of the Arizona Diamondbacks by 3 games in the wild card. It would take a pretty epic collapse to fall. Not epic, but you'd have to hit a pretty bumpy losing streak here. So important game for more important for the Phillies. The Braves are still trying to get that top record in the National League. They are 4.5 games ahead of the Dodgers in that category, however.
Yeah. So we have I don't know. I'll take Zach Wright. With the Braves. I still think they might go ahead and get the Phillies here. Again, I feel like the Braves are the ones that are averaging the 5.83 runs per game. So yeah, I still think the Braves are gonna take this one here as well.
Okay, Braves to keep rolling, says Mindy here. Like I said, the Phillies should have slightly more motivation. I don't know. I guess maybe it's hard to quantify, but I'm going to be on the over. I think with these two right now with Wright, 8.71 ERA in his last 6 starts ever since they clinched the division on what was it, Thursday? They've lost 3 straight now. All of a sudden, so careful there, Braves. Kind of, hey, Dodgers. They keep winning. They don't. You got to try to protect that number 1 spot.
Didn't they just sweep the Mariners? Woo.
So, right. I mean, what's my motivation? Dodgers. Maybe they do want to play. Maybe they can catch the Braves. There's 4.5 back, like I said, right now. Okay, keep it going. Keep it going. And got a couple comments here. All right. Oh, Nothing in. All right, Braves. Okay, sounds like, and well, usually I'll say, hey, Mindy. I don't know. I'm against Mindy on some of these today, but again, it's baseball in September. I mean,
Yeah, what can you do? I mean, everything's a mess at the end of the year.
Brewers and Cardinals. Good news, Mindy. Adam Wainwright says he's pitching so well over the last couple weeks. He's coming back for another season. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Just kidding. But he's
kidding.
good. He's been decent.
Sure, why not? I don't know. I haven't been really a Wainwright fan this season. I'm glad he got all of his accolades there last game out with the Braves. So yeah, give me the Brewers here. I'll take them on the run line. I think they come away with this road victory again. I feel like they're pretty hot with the bats here and have pretty strong pitching all season long. You got Peralta 4.26 and Wainwright coming back because he's so good 7.66 ERA.
I'm kidding.
Give me the Brewers on the run line.
He hasn't been that good. You're taking Brewers run line? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take him on the run line.
I'm pretty much scared. I really only want the money line. I'll do the run line with you. If you say run line, let's go run line. Maybe, wait, at least he's pitching several innings. He's going out there. He's entertaining the fans. He's got a 6 ERA in his last 5 starts, and he's gone 2-10 in his last 12 starts. The Cardinals have gone 2-10 in his last 12 starts. Cardinals continue to play their best ball of the season, but the Brewers are still on a roll as well, even though they lost the game to the Nationals yesterday in a pitcher's duel, as I called it on the show yesterday, 4-under with Corbin and Woodruff. I think here I'll take the Brewers with you. Brewers probably.
Hey, we got one, or we got 2.
Yeah, we got one, and we're probably going to beat up on Wainwright a little bit here. Yeah, and right. Here's the thing. So Woodruff lost that game yesterday, but another pretty strong outing. And when so a couple of these teams have, you look for a blessing. And if you can get one of these pitchers that were injured to come in, we'll talk about another team in just a moment, to make a contribution, then that's like, getting a trade in the middle of the, well after the trade deadline, getting another, pitcher in there. Okay, here's the Red Sox and the Rangers. This is not what the Rangers had in mind, getting Jordan Montgomery, but nonetheless, they're going to be favored here pretty big against Cutter Crawford and the Red Sox.
Yeah. I mean, what the heck happened to Texas again? I thought maybe they were going to get back after it, and then just totally got swept there by Cleveland. But Montgomery, though, he has held Boston, I think, in check. He's only given up 13 runs in 14 career starts there. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Rangers here today in this one, Ramon. I think they'll jump on Crawford here pretty early.
Okay, all right. Mindy on the Rangers at home, laying that price against Cutter Crawford. We know the Red Sox are done. They're not done, but they're done. And, they're.
Let the Jays get one on them yesterday, eh?
Yeah. Well, they're even behind the 8. They're not. 8.5. They'd have to win every game from here, and then a bunch of teams would have to totally tank. But I'm not even kind of including them in the picture necessarily. But the Rangers are in their own, big time battle right now. They are the inside the line, if you will, one game ahead of Seattle at this point in that 3-team race that we'll continue to talk about for the next 2 weeks. Toronto, Texas, Seattle, every game important. I think Boston could play spoiler here. I'll be on the over in this one. Montgomery's gone over in 5 of his last 6 starts. We talked about Boston and that incredible run that's been dying down. Still 21-7 to the over last 28 games. Texas 19-5 to the over in the last 22. Rangers at home kind of go over. Boston, Rangers a home favorite kind of go over. Boston's a road dog kind of goes over. I got to go over. Another one where the Orioles, John Means, I've talked him up. He hasn't been quite there yet. Doesn't look like he can contribute to the I think he might make it to the roster, but maybe in the bullpen. He's too good a pitcher not to have if you we'll see. The Orioles, this has just been a great story, and it just feels so good. But they're still playing the Astros here. The situation for we know that the Orioles have clinched the playoffs. They probably have the best record in the American League. I don't see Houston catching them, and Houston might just be stuck with that second best record. It might not be as good a game as it looks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Means, and that's a lot of the issue, right? I mean, I had one start, I believe, and now doesn't even have any splits here on the road. So I think there's a lot of unknown when you got a guy like Verlander on the mound that I feel like he's been, pretty solid here over his last 5 starts. I'm going to go ahead with the Houston Astros here, Ramon.
I am too. I'm going to take the Astros in this one. I like I said, I hope John Means returns to form. Whether Verlander, look, I don't think we're in a situation where Verlander gets into some type of, run deep here. He has a near 6 ERA. Just get your work in and get out. So I think there could be some volatility in this game. I don't know if we'll see the best of these pitchers as well. Means gave up 3 runs in 5 innings in his first start. So just want to go out there. Orioles have clinched now. These teams look locked in. I'll take the Astros. Not too fond of this price, but it's already up to $1.62 here. A little bit uncomfortable for me, but I feel like the Astros are going to win this game. And well, that's who I'm picking, and I'm sticking with it, even with that price. Mindy's on it. I'll take it. We're looking for some action. Mariners and A's. The Mariners in that battle right now, so important game for them, especially the way they're 1 game back now. They're not in it because the Dodgers came in and did what they did. At least the Mariners can say, look, you can overlook a team, but not right now, right? You're like, hey, we're playing the A's, and now we know we need to win.
Yeah, but the A's kind of gave him trouble last time too. But I mean, I still think Seattle is by far the better team. It's still that bullpen for Seattle. They blew that one again versus the Dodgers that went into extra innings. I mean, they're just struggling from the bullpen. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with, France going ahead and kicking the bucket and breaking his toe. And then suddenly they trade off Seawald to try to get some batters. And I don't really think it's worked out so great for them. Those guys that all weigh 175 pounds, I told you about that. But yeah, I mean, the A's have lost 4 straight now. I think it's, again, what you talked about. The Mariners really have to get going. They got to get this because then they have 6 with Texas and 3 with the Astros. It's not going to be easy for them. So taking the Mariners here. I'll probably go run line here today.
Okay, I'll go run line with you. I like the Mariners, so it doesn't matter to me. I mean, to me, it's the same bet. Everybody says, "Oh, lay the." It's kind of the same bet. So is 2.5. The prices are So I'll agree with Mindy. I'll just take this run line here. If we're going to take the run line, we'll take the run line with Wu 2.81 his last 3 starts. Sears has been very, very good of late with a 1.5 ERA over his last 3 starts. You mentioned the A's losing streak. Mariners have lost 12 of 18, not just those Dodger games. So they better do it here. I'll take the run line with you. I feel like, at least it gets us to even money here with that one. So, right. All right. Let's do another. We're on some run lines here again. It's been weeks.
Ramon's favorite.
I expect that to be. Look, it's going to be a low-scoring game, in my opinion, in that game. All right, here are the Tigers and the Dodgers. This is a nice game. I don't care if Detroit's done. I think Eduardo is still pitching pretty well. Lance Lynn is not pitching as well. I'm always on his side, but here you have Dodgers. Big favorite here, $1.75, 8.5 under 25. Big move to the under. So Steam came in on the over, but this total looks like it's moving dramatically under all of a sudden.
Well, interesting here, right? I mean, you got Lance Lynn getting the nod. Hasn't necessarily, been great. We've kind of, talked about it a little bit versus Rodriguez. I don't know. I just feel like those Dodgers bats, I think they're really hot. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dodgers here over Rodriguez, even though Lance Lynn has that elevated ERA, 6.8. I think the bats just kind of went out here today. Taking the Dodgers.
Okay, Mindy on the Dodgers here. Like I said on the show over the weekend. I don't give out the Dodgers too much because usually the price is too high, and I just bet them privately because I'm just not, it's not a good play to me to give it, but I kind of lean to the Tigers maybe here in this one. Lance Lynn is my guy Lance Lynn's letting me down, so I'm going to go over in this one. If they're going to take it down under, boy, I like the over. I guess I could probably find an 8, a juiced up 8 at this point. Dodgers have gone over in 16 of their last 22 games. Tigers have been going under pretty massive, but I'm going to go over here, Detroit. And the Dodgers. Mindy, I have added to my position. The odds have not changed. I have, again, taken some of the profits that I've made this year, fading my Padres. I think it's proven here on the show. I don't need to make it up that I've probably been on the team in the right spots. They've been overvalued all year. And I have placed more money on the Padres, $10 more, Mindy, at 10,000 to 1, giving me $30 right now on the Padres at 10,000 to 1 to win the World Series. I did $20 on Saturday. I did $10 on Sunday. They'd have to win every game from here on out. And I figured if they're ever going to do it, everyone agrees this team is full of talent and just lack the overall winning attitude. So that's what I've done. $30 to win $30,000 on the Padres. I'll see you in Vegas in November when pay for your ticket down here and we celebrate the Padres.
That's the least that you can do. Maybe pay or something.
Hey, I'm not going to win $30,000 because as soon as they get into the World Series, I'm going to put $15,000 on the Astros or whoever it is.
Right. Hedge my bet. And then they run up against a Colorado team that has won 5 straight now. Did you hear that? 5 straight? That's a lot. But yeah, I mean, I definitely give the upper hand to the Padres here in this one. I know Waka hasn't been necessarily great, but he still has a 2.55 ERA. I think the Padres get this one. Give me the Padres on the run line.
I can't. I know the Padres are going to win this game, and they're going to win all of them from here on out. It's going to be the greatest comeback of all time.
That will be amazing. I'm rooting for you, Ramon. That's for sure.
Well, I'm not gonna put. I didn't put any money on them at the beginning of the season at 7-1 or whatever it was. This is the time, right? Even if they make it to the playoffs, I'm already on a free roll, right? So starting probably could eke out a couple $100 if they go on like a 10-game winning streak here. It's 2 4-game winning streaks now. Is that right? Or the Padres they didn't win 4 games all year, and now they have 2.
And then suddenly, boom! No, he's just having the time of his life. I just kept on. I was on Twitter and I was like, Soto home run, Soto home run. Soto home run. Okay, sweet.
What a joke. All right. Hey, I'll say hello. Maybe a new poster. Can we do it? Mindy, how about Professor SG here today? I don't know if we've had Professor in here, but thank you for those plays.
Got some UFC in there as well. Goodness.
Yeah,
all right.
Looks like some UFC action. I know that they will be in action here So thank you, Professor.